Rogers lives close to a bookmaker's, but like many of us, she doesn't live close to just one.
We've got a betting shop here in a tiny parade of shops. What's just happened is this large shop here has just been granted a licence. We've also got another betting shop 200 yards down the road in this direction, two further betting shops really close in this direction, and another betting shop in this direction. I don't want 6 betting shops in a quarter-mile radius. It's been shown that it deprives an area of funds.
On the inside is Zeitgeist.
The new Gaming Act, which caused a furore over super casinos, also allowed bookies to set up almost anywhere they want. Previously, they had to prove there was a demand in an area. Now they just have to ensure they're not a risk to vulnerable people and children. While the large chains insist they're not increasing their overall numbers, that's not the case with the smaller new operators like Better Bet and Paddy Power. So what are the odds of a new betting shop opening up close to you? Well, they are shortening. Firms like this are aggressively expanding right across the UK. They say they're filling a local need, but local councils say they're not wanted and they're not needed, but there's little they can do to stop them.
We cannot turn around to an applicant and say, look, there are already far too many betting shops in a particular area, you can't come in. And without that power, there will be a huge accumulation in certain areas, and probably those areas where it will do most damage to the social fabric. We're not saying that there is something wrong with betting, we don't take that view, but local councils must be the judge of what will work in their community, and we can't actually exercise our discretion under the current legislation.
One worrying consequence is the growth of lucrative fixed odds betting machines. Unlike traditional slots, players know the odds they face, like in roulette. Just 4 machines are allowed per premises, but the greater concentration of shops means more machines, which critics have dubbed the crack cocaine of gambling. Now the government has asked the Gaming Commission to look at their impact.
They are very addictive. I've spent a few quid on them, but obviously I've won a few quid on them, but the money that I've won, I would imagine that I've actually put back in now.
What sort of figures are we talking about?
Well, I mean, anything sort of like from £1,000 upwards, really. But, I mean, I've spoke to people that have put, you know, £20,000, £30,000 in them.
Bookmakers say they stick to strict social responsibility guidelines, and new shops are good for local communities.
We bring significant investment, jobs, we can brighten up a parade, and actually the betting shop is one of the few places left now where folk can come together. They can commiserate when they have a loss and celebrate together when they have a win.
The government insists the Gambling Act is robust and puts protection of the public at its heart, but councils say they are now less able to protect some of their most vulnerable communities. Keith Doyle, BBC News.
It began as